single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Jericka, back at it again. And guys, I know I'm sorry. I told you guys that the last vlog y'all was gonna get a video. I'm sorry. You guys didn't get a video. And honestly, I don't know who I be trying to play but myself when I be super tired. I swear to God, 9 o'clock comes and I'm like, and I guess it's just the pregnancy. So here's the video that you guys been waiting for, the complications with this pregnancy. So as many of you guys know, I'm having a baby girl, and we're gonna call her baby S. We're not ready to, let everyone know her name as of yet, because we're still deciding on a middle name, but we do have her permanent first name. Now, on the last vlog, you guys saw that I had went to my appointment and I was kind of nervous. And I'm lying. I was freaking a wreck of nerves, honestly, that day. So let's go back a little bit. So about a week before that appointment, guys, I had to do my ultrasound. And it was basically an anatomy ultrasound, basically for them to measure the baby's lungs, heart, basically see if everything's going well. So at that point in time, I believe I was 21 weeks. And the doctor, when she was doing the ultrasound, she kind of was freaking me out, the technician, because she was there for like an hour. 1, 2, she was not saying anything at all. It was like the most oddest experience, because at least with my other children, every time I go for a sonogram, ultrasound, the tech would talk to you, hey, how many children you have, it makes it smooth. Well, this lady, she was not like that at all. The only thing she was actually saying was, have you taken the quad test? The quad test, for those that don't know, is basically a test that they give, I think, after 16 weeks, especially if you miss like the first the initial testing of what they do when you're like first pregnant. But since I was in between changing doctors, I didn't get to do that exam, but I did do the quad. The quad is basically to check for Down syndrome, abnormalities, everything. So everything came out well. There was no concern. So when she started asking those questions, I started to feel like, oh God. Then she was asking me about, are you sure that, January 17th was your last menstrual period? I'm like, well, I could show you. I do have a menstrual, cycle app. It's like basically a calendar. I know many of you guys probably do have this, or if you don't, I recommend it. It's the best. And basically, when you have your menstrual period, you mark it. When it finishes, you mark it. When you have sex, you mark it. Basically, it just like you keep track of your body. So I already knew that January 17th was set in stone, because that's when I first started my last period. So here comes the good part. So now I'm freaking out. Now I guess the senior doctor that's overseeing all the staff, she comes in and she goes, well, we're having a problem because you're stating that this was your last period, but the baby is measuring 9 days smaller. Now you guys must be like, oh my God, okay, that's dumping like really dramatic. 9 days is a big difference. Basically, that's what they said. The baby was like in the 5th percentile of being small, if that was the case. Now, I wasn't really concerned. Why? After she said that, I was like, because I automatically said, okay, that might be IUGR. I had IUGR for my daughter, the last pregnancy. She was like, oh, it could be. So fast forward to the day of the appointment. So when I go in, I guess, you know, all those results got to my high-risk doctor. And she, you know, she was like, okay, that's something to do concern. Let's do labs and whatever. Now, I'm going to tell you what else she said, but let's go to that. So after I left her, I went to the laboratory. And they told me I had to take urine for 24 hours, right? And after I was done, like the next day, like I start like in the morning, the first urine of the morning you throw out like in the toilet, and every pee after that you collect. And basically that's basically a whole day you would have to be home, like for real, because you are not carrying around pee nowhere, and it has to be refrigerated. So I've honestly had no time to get it done, but they did give it to me, and with the impression that I would come back that Monday because it was Friday and they will be closed. No, it was Thursday, and then if I started that Friday, I would have to bring it Saturday, and they was closed. So they was like, just bring it Monday, start Sunday, so you can bring it Monday or Tuesday, whatever works for you. But I haven't been able to do it. So they wanted me to do labs too, and she was like, just do your labs when you come back with the urine. Honestly, I've been very busy. I haven't been able to do it, so that is like really bothering me as of right now. But for those that don't know what IUG are, it is intrauterine growth restriction, which means that the oxygen and the nutrients is not passing to the baby correctly through the umbilical cord. And the causes of that could be many things, like advanced diabetes. It could be like if you smoke cigarettes or whatever the case may be. It could be kidney infection. It could be like array of a lot of things. But once you already had it, like for a previous pregnancy, the likability of having it again is like high. So with that being said, on May 30th, I had told you guys that I was weighing 224 because I was really sick and I had lost weight. So they had told me I was already like at, like I lost like 2% on my body weight or 1% on my body weight. And if I got to 5, that would be risky. So I've been trying, like really taking my vitamins, eating well, eating like as much as I can, sensibly. Like I'll eat small portions, but try to do small portions throughout the day, so I won't throw up, but I'm getting the vitamins and everything from it. So honestly, I haven't thrown up. The hyperemesis is subsiding, thank God. They did say that it could go away after 20 weeks, but I don't think it's fully gone, because there's mornings that I just have it really bad. But that's the reason why they are giving me B6 vitamins. And I'm also taking iron. And if anybody have taken iron, you guys know that the smell is horrible. It tastes disgusting. It's like gross. So I'm not happy about this. I am taking prenatal vitamins. What the hell is this? Okay, this is not it. I don't know whose is that. But my prenatal vitamins is somewhere. But I am taking that. I have to take 2 aspirins because I did have high blood pressure towards the end of my pregnancy with my firstborn. So that was like beginning of preeclampsia. So to avoid that, I have to take 2 aspirins a day. And last but not least, I too have to take Benadryl because I don't know, I have a runny nose. I don't know what is it. I don't know if it's because if you're pregnant, you stay sick super long. But since I was really sick of that time, I still haven't got really over like the cough. I still have like a dry cough. And I'm thinking it's smoker's cough because before I found out I was pregnant, I do smoke cigarettes. Or I did, because I'm planning to not smoke again after I have the baby. So I don't know if it's just like my body just adjusting and trying to get everything out, or whatever the case may be. But let's see. So now, why I was really scared of the high risk clinic. Now, for you guys that have been following me for a while, you guys probably, you know, heard some horror stories, or if that's if I told you, because I don't think I get too deep into my life. on here. I don't know. I feel like it's not that I don't want to put my business out there, because I really don't mind. I've always been an open book. I don't really care how people perceive me or whatever the case may be, but there's just certain things that, you know, I guess never came to mind to talk about. So now, my fears with this pregnancy. For many of you guys that do know, this is all my kids I've had been C-section. So this will be baby number 6 for the family, but this will be my 5th pregnancy. 6 because my daughter Abby, as you guys know, is really my stepdaughter, but we do not do the step here. She is my daughter, but she is from my husband's previous relationship. But biologically, me carrying, I've carried now with this one 5. So this will be my 5th C-section. And the first 2 was smooth. There was no problems. Xavier, which was the 3rd, he was just ready to come out. It gave me contractions. I went into labor, so they had to do an emergency C-section. And then for Victoria, which was the last one, the baby, that she's 3, I had IUGR, and I had to go every week towards like the last of my trimester to get a sonogram done. So for the last sonogram, I went, and she had a heartbeat, but she was not moving at all. As much as they would like move the stomach, she would not move, not budge. So that was a cause of an alarm. So they said, okay, we have to take this little girl out. She did gain a little bit of weight. At the previous appointment, they said she was 3 pounds. This appointment, they said she was somewhere around 4, almost 5 pounds. And they said that she would have to come out. So when she did come out, she was about 5 pounds, 4 ounces. I'm like, I have too many kids, guys. I would love to be one of those parents that remember the weight and stuff. I know like the weight, but I don't know the actual weight. She was 5 pounds, and I know she was like 3 or 4 ounces. She wasn't really too big. She was my smallest baby. And she had IUGR, and she was fine. She was just small. She was really tiny compared to all my other babies, but she was a warrior, and she like was great. I wonder what these kids did. Hold on. Okay, school is officially over, so I have all the kids here, and it looks like they were playing, and my daughter Kylie broke the door. I'll call him when I have a chance, okay? Alright, so she was really small, but she was healthy. She was just the cutest little thing ever. Hold on. So, but anyways, for her C-section, for her delivery, it was one of the most scariest ever. And it was because, you know, for C-sections, they suggest you have 3 C-sections tops, and 3 is pushing it. I already beat the odds with having 4. And the 4th one was complicated. Because every time they open you, since I was having the bikini C-section cut, every time they would open you, they open basically on the same area. So basically it's scar tissue plus scar tissue plus scar tissue. So I already had 3 C-section prior to Victoria's C-section. So that was already 3 like layers like of pregnancy of scar tissue. So when Victoria came, a regular C-section could last anywhere from 25 to 45 minutes. It's really like, it's something that is serious, and it's major surgery, but since it's so common, it's like they could breeze through it. My C-section on the other hand lasted almost 3 hours, and it was really crazy because I was up for it, but it was like surreal. So when I got into the operating room, I saw that they had coolers with blood bags ready for me if it came to that. The anesthesiologist was there. When they used to give me the epidural, they would just leave. There was no anesthesiologist that would have to stay. But for some reason, there was 2 anesthesiologists in the room with me throughout the whole thing. And it was like, I guess, so they could keep pumping more anesthesia as needed, depending on how long the surgery was going to last. And I remember like 5 minutes into the surgery, baby came out. I heard her, the most cutest little thing. She was so dark, came out like her daddy. As you can see, like, her complexion is gorgeous now, but she had a head full of hair. She was just the most cutest little thing. And, you know, dad was holding her while they was patching me up. But it was like taking so long compared to the others. So I started like freaking out, like, is everything okay, babe? And he was like, yeah. But you could tell like he was kind of nervous. And then I started feeling really weak, like, towards the end, and I just wanted to go to sleep. And the anesthesiologist would be like, come on, wake up, don't go to sleep. And then that's when my husband would start talking to me all over again, and, you know, kept me through it. So finally, when they patched me up and they're moving me from the operating table to the stretcher to leave, they take everything down and they transfer me over. So now I'm like freaking out when I see what I guess my husband was seeing, why he was like alarmed. It looked at like a riverbed of blood, like blood everywhere. They had a rack with towels of blood, and there was a nurse counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They counted all the way to like 46, and then somebody else would recount 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as they was taking it out, I recall when they was taking it out and passing it off, because I could see the blood rags. But they was like, as they were using it, it would be like 1 and pass it off 2. The doctor was counting. So by the time he finished, let's say if he had 46, when they counted, it better have said 46. If not, then that's a problem. That means they left something inside. Thank God that was not the case. But it was just scary to see so much blood, like hanging on towels, blood everywhere. And then the only one thing that I experienced that I didn't experience before was that when I left the operating room, they gave me my baby right away, and I was able to breastfeed her and do like the skin to skin, and it was something special. It was like a bond, but it was very, very scary. And especially when the doctor told me that, you know, they do not recommend no more children because I can die. So when I got pregnant this time, I was like happy because I know my husband wanted a little boy, and I felt like we was ready and able to like have another child. So we decided to go through with it. But I really wasn't thinking about the negatives of it. I was just thinking about, oh baby, they're so cute and whatever. But as time progressed and I started thinking harder about the C-section, I started freaking out. I started freaking out because I want to be around for my babies. I want them to grow up with a mother. I want to see them grow up to be these annoying little teenagers, and I want them to grow up to be like whatever they want to be, whatever career they choose. I want to be able to grow old next to my husband. I want to be able to do all these things and see my grandchildren in the future. So with that being said, it was like scary. It's still scary. It's a scary situation. And I'm not going to cry about it because it makes no sense to cry. But I'm really scared. I am. I'm horrified. I think that's the word. I'm beyond scared. You know, I love my babies and I love my husband, and, you know, I just hope that everything goes through and we both make it out of this, you know. I want to be able to come home, but I want to be able to come home with my baby. But if push comes to shove, and it has to be a decision between me or the baby, 99% of me wants the baby to be okay. But I know that I have 5 other children that really need me at home. And hubby and I talked, and if worst comes to worst, then he said that he would tell them to save me. And that was a hard pill to swallow, because I don't want to be in that boat. I don't want to be in that predicament. And many of you guys know that I'm not a religious person. Far from it. I don't have a big, strong faith in God. As you guys see in other vlogs, like, I've tried going to church because my father's a pastor. And I'll get, like, certain things that they say, and I'm, like, all for it. But then there's things that tell me, like, no, that's not it. So, overall, do I believe there's a God? Yes, I do. But the God I believe in is a just God. I believe that he's a loving God. I believe, a lot of things, and the way that, some religion make it go through. And this isn't no offense to anyone else's religion, but a lot of religion, I don't agree with what is being said, or what the Bible is saying, because there's always a new addition to the Bible. And, like, come on, guys. Like, this is just what I think. Like, so it's like, then I think, like, oh my God, am I doing the right thing? Or am I just being hard-headed? Or, like, is it, like, God really gonna be there helping me if worse comes to worse, because I really didn't, like, believe in it? Like, believe in the religion. It's like a lot of things come to play. And then the other part of me was really like okay with it, because I'm like, well, if it's my time to go, it's my time to go. And I get to see my family. I get to see my dad. And most of all, I get to see my mom. And I get to see my other mom. And I get to see my niece. And I get to see, like, family, And at this point in time and in my life, it's hurtful not to have family, in the sense where I have my immediate family, which is, of course, my children, my husband. But my children, my husband, my brother, and stuff. But I think it goes more deeper than that. Like for Father's Day, I text my uncle, which is my biological dad's brother, happy Father's Day. And I was, like, kind of skeptical, like, he'll even know who it was from. And he said, thank you, Ma. I think tell your husband the same, or something like that. So I was kind of happy that he knew who it was, but then it really hurted me, because the last time he spoke to me was in 2018, January. So I guess, I don't know, I feel like I'm not worthy of certain family, or they're not too, like, keen of even keeping up with me, because we wasn't raised together. And I don't know, I just don't know. And then it's like, I really missed my sisters, and it's just sad that we clash so much, and we're not, like, united and stuff like that, I'm recording. And it's kind of hurtful. And the other day I got reminded of it, and I think that's why I've been down and I haven't recorded really, because I have my niece on Instagram, and she's such a beautiful baby. She's grown so much. Big girl now. She's 12. And I just haven't seen her in such a long time. I miss her. And it's funny, because that night I had a dream, right? But I had a dream with her mom, my sister. Oh God, I love that. Oh my God, I love that girl. I do. So yeah, so I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to get through this video. I'm emotional but pregnant, so bear with me. We had a big falling off, like all my sisters, all my siblings, and we're the most stupidest thing if you ask me, but I guess we're all too stubborn and have a big ego to even apologize to anyone. But I don't feel like I should apologize to anyone. Why should I always apologize? Why should it just be me? You know? So I had a dream with her, and I woke up and I was like kind of happy, but then it was like, that's a lie. You know? I can't call her. I can't see her. So it's a hard pill to swallow when you know that you have family, but it's like they all died. They don't exist. You know? So it's rough. Guys, it's rough. And I think all I would like to get through this video is, if anything was to happen to me, I don't want to go and die with like regrets and stuff like that, if that makes sense. Like, I just want like everyone to know, like, especially like if anyone in my family like even sees this, because I know my oldest sister, Angie, you know, she had me on YouTube. I don't know, she took me off, but if anyone sees the video, it's like, just know I love you guys. It's like, I do. We never had a choice, and we had a fucked up upbringing, and we was never close, but that don't keep me from loving you guys, or whatever the case may be, even after the fact of everything that you guys have put me through. I just love you guys, and I just want you guys to know that. And I wish you all the best. And I believe that siblings should not be fighting and staying like that, angry for such a long time, because it is like, it really destroys people. And like, we haven't spoken since 2017, the ending, or even somewhere in the beginning of 2018. 2019 is almost done, almost 2020, and I haven't even heard of them, but it's alright. Like, I just wish them the best, and I love you guys. And if Anastasia's watching this, I love you, baby. I hope to see you soon, and I'm so proud of you. You're so big and gorgeous, and you know, continue doing what you do. Alright guys, so there you have it. Those are, like, that's the reality of what I'm facing right now, and I'm just trying to stay healthy. I'm trying to eat right. You know, I'm trying to like take care of myself and be strong, and you know, trying to spend as much time as I can with my kids as well, because you never know what may happen, you know. So yeah guys, I'm sorry I was crying throughout the video, but I just want to be transparent with you guys. I think you guys deserve to know what's going on. And that's that. So with that being said, guys, I'll see you on the next video. And I haven't forgot, I am going to do story time. And since I already got the ball rolling, I probably just record it right now. But I'll probably upload it tomorrow, so that way there's a video for today and a video for tomorrow. And I'll start vlogging on Sunday, so I can have a vlog for you guys. I'm trying, guys, you know. But I'm in the middle of a move, and I should be moving as next week. They already told me that they're putting the meters in. I'm sorry, they're putting the gas meters in. So really, there's like, if you look, there's like nothing. Like I took everything out, like my makeup drawers and everything. They're like over there somewhere. So anyway, guys, I love you all, and thank you for sitting through this half-an-hour video. You guys are the champ, but there was a lot to be said, and I hope I covered everything. And if I didn't, just leave me questions in the comment area, and I'll be there and I'll answer as much as you guys as I can, or do I know of. And yeah, ask me any questions, any like concerns, and as you guys know, I'm very good with that. I answer back as much as I can. I'm very active with the comments. Alright guys, so love you guys, and I see you guys the next video.